When you experience Jesus, you will believe. I'm telling you, when you experience Jesus, you will believe. Can I tell you a story about your pastor? There was a time where I was going to this weekly worship service. That's all we did. We just worship. And I was really learning about, the Lord was working on me. And I remember being in that worship service and hearing all these people just whisper in worship the name Jesus, 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 Jesus. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had a little bit of a judgmental heart. I said, how do they even know? Why are they even saying that? They don't even know what they're saying. They're just repeating. And I'll never forget what God did to me in that moment. I remember distinctly the Holy Spirit showing up and say, when they say my name, it's intimate. And I felt the Lord say my name 3 times, and I was on my knees. The thing is, up to that point, I was very much a spectator. And because I was a spectator, I also became a judge. But the minute I had an encounter, it took me from a spectator and judge and turned me into a worshiper. When you encounter the Lord, when you experience Jesus, I'm telling you, you can't help but believe. You can't help but believe. And you know what our job is? Our job is not to come up with all of these other creative ways to entertain people about Jesus. Our job is to introduce them to Jesus. And when they have questions like, how do I follow Jesus? We have to have the transparency to say, hey, this is what's working in my life. And also, hey, this is what doesn't work in my life. Because trust me, I have some testimonies about what doesn't work when following Jesus. Like putting your own attitude out there. Like making demands, like telling God how it's supposed to happen. Like these are examples of how you shouldn't follow Jesus.